Hi everyone! On today's Health and Wellness episode of ANOKHI Daily Spotlight TV, we're visiting the Eden Pilates studio in downtown Toronto, where owner Eden Haughland is going to be talking to us about Pilates and its many benefits on the body. So Eden, thank you so much for having us here today at your studio.
I'm so glad you're here. Welcome.
So many of us think we know what Pilates is, but there seems to be a little bit of confusion. Some of us think it's ab work, some of us think it's just stretching. Can you talk to us a little bit about what Pilates actually is and what the benefits are for the body? Pilates
is actually a full body exercise technique, and it is very much all about ab work. It's all about learning to move from your center and to connect and strengthen your abdominals right down to the deepest of layers, including your pelvic floor. But then above and beyond that, it becomes that full body exercise technique, especially when you incorporate the large pieces of equipment that we have here at the studio. You lengthen your muscles, you strengthen your muscles with spring resistance equipment, and that's how you get that full body and incorporated into the workout.
Now Eden, can you talk to us a little bit about some of the myths that exist about Pilates?
Absolutely. Here at the studio we find a lot of people come to us thinking they've done Pilates before because they've just done mat work at a gym.
Right.
But there's so much more to Pilates. There's large pieces of equipment like we were discussing, especially the reformer. We have a class set of reformers here and they offer so much more to your workout. And the second myth is that Pilates is the same as yoga.
Right, and I've heard that particularly for some South Asians because, as you know, yoga is a huge part of the South Asian lifestyle, and many of us unfortunately think that yoga and Pilates are either the same thing or they go hand in hand. So clarify that for us.
There are a lot of similarities. There's a breath pattern for each movement in Pilates, and that's very similar in yoga.
Right.
The breath pattern itself is quite different. We don't breathe from the diaphragm. We breathe into the back and think of keeping our abs tight.
Oh wow, okay.
And it is considered to be a mind-body exercise because of the focus involved when you're performing the exercises and so on. But there isn't a spiritual aspect to Pilates.
This is strictly fitness.
Yes, exactly. And because of that, I like to say that Pilates is like a nice bridge between strength training and yoga.
Now Eden, can you show us some typical Pilates exercises that your clients do here in the studio?
Sure. I'd like to take the opportunity to show you some equipment-based exercises.
Okay.
The first one we're going to do is called back rowing. It's a version of back rowing. And you're sitting on the reformer with your feet through the shoulder rests, and you have the straps in your hands, and you roll your way back. And you breathe, and you roll all the way forward, stretching out the whole backside of your body. And you can even add on some oblique twists to that as well. It's fabulous for your abdominals and for those obliques, and you get a little bit of bicep work in there. And the second exercise we're going to show you today is called arms pulling straps. And it's on what we call the long box on the reformer. You're lying on your stomach, your head is down, you're holding onto the straps with your hands, and on an exhale you bring your head, shoulders, and arms up into line with your spine. So it's a really great posture exercise. You work your upper back, your shoulder stabilizers, and you get lots of great work through the back of the arms and the triceps.
Excellent.
The first tip I would say is make sure that you're focused on quality and not quantity. In a Pilates class, you may only do 10 or 12 reps of something and do many more exercises and variety of exercises in a workout than you would in another style of workout. But because you're doing less reps, it doesn't mean that you're getting less from your workout. My next tip would be try not to form an opinion of whether or not you're enjoying your Pilates class on the first class. It takes a little bit of time. It's a different style of workout. It's going to be different than anything you've ever done before. So you want to make sure that you give it a couple of classes so that your body comes to understand it.
For more on Eden Haughland and the Eden Pilates Studio, visit edenpilates.ca. And for more of our show, visit anokhimedia.com and our YouTube channel, and be sure to interact with us on Facebook and Twitter.